What's going on, Z Nation, and welcome to another edition of ZSPN. I'm your host, Zaid here. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Obviously, guys, tonight it was a disappointing loss for the Los Angeles Lakers, losing to the Brooklyn Nets 115 to 110. And especially, it's a low blow for the Lakers, losing to a former Laker in D'Angelo Russell, who personally for me, guys, I mean, even though it was the right decision to make that Magic Johnson had to trade D'Angelo Russell to the Nets for another draft pick, and I think at one point it was Brook Lopez. At the end of the day, we got somebody like Kyle Kuzma, who played very well tonight anyway, and honestly, he was like the best decision that the Lakers have ever made. But there's always that one part of something inside me, said to myself, what? What would have been if D'Angelo Russell stayed and teamed up with Lonzo Ball, and I don't know who else would have been on the team, but if those two were playing well together, like the way D'Angelo Russell is playing now, how good of a dynamic duo would those two would have been? I mean, obviously D'Angelo Russell played very well shooting wise, and obviously he really just balled out against the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think he's taking a lot of momentum and a lot of experience with the Nets. And honestly, if he keeps that up, he could be like the head of, I don't know, the franchise player of that team. I mean, obviously, he's like making a name for himself there, and I'm not sure if he wants to stay there, but because I know he probably is at the end of his contract at the end of this year. But I truly believe that the Nets are going to give him an extension, but. It still remains to be seen. But anyway, guys, let's just talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, the main struggle that they have continuously, it is offense, definitely shooting wise, and defensively. Those things are the main factor of the Lakers' loss for these past couple of games. I mean, and I just know, guys, that a change will come when trading deadline either ends, or just maybe there's a trade that the Lakers are interested in that they might target that would really boost their chances for wins and possibly playoffs. But let's just talk about the Lakers stats of tonight's game. LeBron James had 36 points. Obviously, he was the huge help for the Lakers, I believe, in the third quarter. And honestly, guys, LeBron James just always does this thing. Just continues to dominate games with 36 points, and it's just one of those moments where we just appreciate LeBron just having that mentality, that drive mentality to really bring the Lakers to a point that they can handle. Possibly win this game, or maybe possibly just give the young cores an advantage to take advantage of this Nets team. I mean, obviously they're a much different team than maybe the past couple of years, because I've seen them for these maybe past couple of games, or maybe this season so far, that they are not a scrub type of team. I mean, they are a really good team that could really be a huge challenge in the Eastern Conference. So I credit the Brooklyn Nets organization for really doing their homework in free agency, or just whoever is the management there. I mean, they probably picked some good players to really help their chances for at least just be competitive this season. So a great effort on their end. But obviously for the Lakers, like I said, the main issue is shooting wise, and we can also really say that maybe because of the absence of Rondo and Brandon Ingram, which by the way they are going to return possibly on Friday. I made a post on YouTube So you guys can possibly check it out on my community site on YouTube, so you guys can know what I've been updating you guys about as of late. And obviously they are the main possible issue that the Lakers have not been winning as of late. So, but I really doubt that, honestly. But it still remains to be seen. I mean, we'll see once they come back for the Pelicans game on Friday. So we just have to see. Lonzo Ball. Guys, Lonzo Ball tonight, wow, great performance out of him tonight. And especially going head-to-head with his former predecessor. That's technically what it was. I mean, once D'Angelo Russell left LA, the new star of new starter point guard for the Lakers was about to come, and it was Lonzo Ball, and obviously going up against his former predecessor, it just really showed that that they were really competitive with each other, and especially Lonzo Ball. I mean, I believe this is possibly his season high in quite some time, 23 points. I mean, the last time he scored 23 or maybe just a 20-point game was his rookie year, and his career high was like 29 points, or maybe it's 28, something like that. But, it was just one of those moments where we just appreciate the head-to-head combat between two talented players, and especially from Lonzo tonight, who shot very well. I mean, and honestly, he has just had a great performance. I believe he had 6 rebounds and like 4 assists, something like that. So he was more in attack mode and just really, managing D'Angelo, who I was surprised, by the performance of Lonzo to really take advantage of D'Angelo Russell, but still ended up that the Nets beating the Lakers by just 5 points. So it's just one of those moments where the Lakers still fall under the pressure in the fourth quarter situations, and it's just, like I said, one of those moments where they just need to have a good shooter that we can rely on, who can just really dominate in key moments. And it just wasn't the type of game that Laker fans and probably the Lakers did not expect. So either way, Lonzo balled out. Great performance out of him, and I'm not disappointed whatsoever of him facing D'Angelo Russell. So it was just a great performance out of him. Like I said, with Kyle Kuzma, I believe I think he had 20 or 22 points out there tonight. So we saw some glimpse of his greatness and how he has been developing as of late, averaging almost for the maybe past 8 games, 9 games so far, like 20 points per game. And honestly, guys, it's just a great that Kyle Kuzma is just starting to find his groove, and especially, like I said in previous videos, I mean, he's taking advantage of learning from the greatest player in the world, LeBron James. So he's really using that to his advantage. And honestly, guys, Kyle Kuzma is part of the Lakers' future, and if he just keeps that up and the way that he's been averaging and just dominating games, he's going to be the future star, maybe all-star or superstar in the making for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I just can't wait to see that out of him in the near future. So far, guys, not a great performance for Tyson Chandler, who is starting for the Lakers since JaVale McGee is dealing with an illness. So I hope he just comes back soon. And Josh Hart, I believe he had 5 points. And as it concerns the bench, honestly, I was disappointed in the bench. And honestly, they just didn't really try enough. I mean, most of the averaging scores for off the bench was like maybe 8 points, 6, maybe 5 points, something like that. So not so much a great help from the bench, and especially from somebody like KCP, which I always expected that he will not be the sort of player that we rely on off the bench. Even though he scored maybe, I believe, like against the Washington Wizards, I believe like 25 points. I knew it was not going to last, but it was like one of those moments where we just needed KCP to be that sort of player that can really facilitate the floor and, you know, be there in key moments to either shoot a mid-range or a three-pointer, just something like that. So honestly, guys, overall of this game, like I said in the beginning, it was a disappointing loss, but it was just one of those games where I just, you know, at the time, guys, I was a fan of D'Angelo Russell, and I was really expecting that, you know, he would be something special for the Lakers. But, you know, with his drama, you know, during his rookie year, and, you know, not being that sort of leader that we would rely on at the time for the Lakers, and, you know, they had the second overall pick, and you know good and well that they were going to draft Lonzo Ball, but then there were some theories out there that, you know, they could team up together, and, you know, D'Angelo Russell will play the shooting guard, and there were just some moments where most Laker fans were looking at the Lakers at they're going to be a huge potential winning team with those two on the floor. But obviously, you know, Magic Johnson looked for something better, and obviously it turned out very well. We got Lonzo, and we got Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart, who are great players, great young players that the Lakers are, that they're doing well with the Lakers. So it's just one of those moments where it was like a win-win for the Lakers and also for the Nets, really. And, you know, it's just one of those moments where, you know, you just have to appreciate what we have and what would have been, stuff like that, you know. But at the end of the day, the Lakers, I like the way that they are now, but they just need to try harder. Try to shoot well, and obviously trades possibly are going to happen. And I just got a notification saying that, you know, LeBron James would love to play with Anthony Davis in LA with the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm not sure if, you know, with LeBron James putting it out there, there could be a possibility that the Lakers will probably try their best to put a package deal for Anthony Davis, but, you know, still remains to be seen. We're not so sure yet because there's other teams who are interested in Anthony Davis. So, you know, it's just one of those moments where, you know, we just have to see what's available for the Lakers if they want to improve on their roster, you know. And what's the main issue, like what we're all wanting, is shooters, and obviously adding some players who can also play offense as well and can shoot. So, guys, it just still remains to be seen. Obviously, like I said, it was a disappointing loss, but I just know that the Lakers will bounce back. And obviously, with the return possibly for Brandon Ingram and Rajon Rondo, it could help boost the Lakers' chances at key moments in games with those players returning. So, I don't know, still remains to be seen. So, guys, please comment down below, give me your thoughts about today's game, and how'd you guys feel about D'Angelo Russell, you know, just playing well against the Lakers? Were you a fan of his, or, you know, just give me guys your thoughts, and were you impressed with Lonzo Ball's performance and maybe Kyle Kuzma? Or there's another question I want to give you guys. How'd you guys feel about the draft? No, sorry, the trade that the Lakers made for the potential draft pick of Kyle Kuzma, you know, with the Nets, and, you know, that sort of ordeal that the Lakers have made, I believe, 2 years ago. Please comment down below, give me your thoughts about it, and I'll see you all in excuse me, sorry about that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Let's just hope that the Lakers bounce back from this and get us some wins. Peace.